On this episode of Around Town, we take a little trip in time back to earlier this spring when we started a pretty neat project. With all of our successful honeybee relocations, we've collected a ton of beeswax, which inspired our crew to try our hand at candle making. We're men of science, men of exploration, and that's what it takes here on Around Town. I'm Matt Miller, and this is Around Town with Town & Country Pest Solutions. It's a beautiful day for fire. We got a pot of water boiling here over a pretty hot fire and a number of other things out in front of us. We're joining James. How are we doing?
We're here.
What do we got?
We got some old beeswax that we've collected from some hives over last year. First we boil it out, that we can get the impurities out. Then we're gonna cool it down, and depending on how pure you want it, you can keep boiling it.
I'm curious to see how this all turns out, so let's get going.
All right. Well, the nice thing with this is we're repurposing something that would otherwise be garbage. We're recycling. It's fun, it's nice, it's a good story, especially if you make your own. Are
there any health benefits to using beeswax candles over store-bought?
I can say that we don't have any added chemicals to this. It's just, well, whatever's in the city water and wherever the bees collected. That's all we got right now, so.
Au naturel.
Yeah.
Using a 5-gallon bucket and cheesecloth to separate the wax from natural debris, we needed to find a way to keep the wax from hardening as it strained. So right now, we're heating up all of the bits so that way the wax can separate itself, really refine it. And as we heat it, it starts to seep out and drip out, and that's the good stuff. Squeezing out every last drop, we collected close to 3 pounds of wax and let it cool off overnight in a chest freezer. Now that we've let the wax harden, it's turned into somewhat of a cake. Look at this, Jay. What are we thinking here of our product that we're gonna be working with?
And so we finished rendering down this puck. It could go through a couple more processes, but for what we're doing, it's good enough, pure enough. So we're gonna double boil it down with some coconut oil to help stabilize candles, and then we're gonna pour it into these mason jars and have beeswax candles.
Awesome. Using the same technique to properly melt chocolate, double boiling helps prevent the wax from burning as the pot of water evenly heats the bowl. The few scoops of coconut oil help stabilize the wax once it's hardened. All right, so everything looks like it's melted, and in theory, Jay, we're just going to be pouring this molten wax into the jars. You already put the wicks in.
Theoretically, yes.
And that's right. You know, Jay's not a professional candle maker, so all of you pros out there, you know, give the guy some slack here. We're just hobbyists here who happen to remove all this wax from a house and also got some honey and some bees out of it. So just one more gift that keeps on giving. Let's take a look. I'm gonna try my hand at some candle pouring. Oh, here we go. Ooh, all right, not bad for a maiden voyage. Ah, little side pour. Use the spoon to my advantage. I should have recognized that earlier on. With a little more practice, we could definitely make a go as candle makers, but for now, we'll stick to our day jobs. Well, that just about wraps it up for us. As always, I'm Matt Miller, and we'll catch you at the next job. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to make sure all of our content gets into your feed from Town & Country Pest Solutions.